Hi folks, we're back. Okay, so this is number 5 in our series of this Live to Ride sign. On the last one we did the initial carving of the letters and we carved the inside of this bar. So you want to make sure that when you're carving this on the inside, you stay on the inside of this line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to carve the outside of this bar, and hopefully we'll get a lot more carving done on this video. I think we're going to probably be into a 6th video, but we'll get as much done on this one as we can. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shut the camera down. I'm going to get my light back up on the table, and we'll get to carving the outside of that shield, and we'll be able to get some of these feathers and stuff done on this video too. So we'll be right back with you. Okay guys, I did the outside of this bar, so that bar is done now, and then I did the top part of this shield. So now what I'm going to do is I'll finish up the bottom side of this shield off camera, so we'll save a little bit of time. So we're going to go ahead and shut the camera down, and I'll finish up the bottom part of this shield, and then we'll get into carving some of those feathers. Okay, we're back. So now I've cut the bottom side of this shield, and this is the top of the shield, this is the bottom. Now what I've done here, you want to notice that I've cut all the way through to the edge of the board on both these lines. Okay? Now what's going to happen is, let me show you the finished one and what it looks like when it's all done. See, I went ahead and cut through all the way to the edge. But then once we're all done cutting, we're going to chamfer this, so it really doesn't matter. You want those carvings to come all the way off the edge of the board. And then this line here, you're cutting on the inside of that line. So this is all going to be background. That's all going to be taken away. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what that looks like when it's all done. So we're going to go ahead and shut the camera off now. I'm going to get this set aside, and we'll do some of these feathers, and I'll show you some little tricks on those. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that little noise at the last of the last segment. We forgot to turn our compressor off, so don't pay attention to that background noise in case the dogs start barking or a car drives by or something. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start carving these feathers. I'm going to carve this big one. I'm going to carve these small four small feathers, and you're going to see kind of the technique that I use on that. So here we go. Okay, you guys, now, when I carve these feathers, you'll notice these little sharp points in here. I do that by lifting the edge of the router base, and you've seen us do that before. That's where the point of your router bit really comes into play. So I'm able to get those little tiny sharp points in there. Now on the finished sign, you'll be able to see a little bit better. I'll see if I can slide that in here so you can really kind of take a look at that. I'm not sure if I'm on camera, Dad. So if you look at how sharp those little inside of those feathers are, that's what you're looking for. So you actually carve this line on the outside, you carve this, then you pick the router up and you use the point of that cutter and you gradually set it in as you start to carve that. And that's the way I would do that. And that's what you saw me do right here on that. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to shut the camera off now. I'm going to carve some more of these feathers. Again, you kind of got an idea of what to do on those there, and so we'll save some video time, so I'll do a lot more of this stuff off camera. So we'll shut that off, and I'll do that right now. Okay, folks, we're back. So I've got all of my detail carving done. I've gone around everything, all the lines. Now what I'm going to do is I've set my router bit deeper, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of go around everything again. The reason I'm doing that is because all of this stuff, if I go in with my cleanup bit here on the next video, my 90-degree V-groove cleanup bit, I'd have to get really close to these letters, and I don't want to get close to those to where I would nick those with my cleanup bit. So you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go back a little bit deeper and cut a wider line. So here we go. So now, I don't know if you can pan in on this, Dad, but you can see now I don't have near as much to clean up on these as I do over here. So what I'm going to do now, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish and go around everything again so I've got a nice wide line so that on the next video, when I start doing my cleanup, I'm not near as likely to nick those edges with my cleanup bit. So I think we're just about done on time on this video. So again, when the video comes on, our number 6 video, this will all be done, and I'll have a wide line around all my detail so that when I start doing the cleanup, it'll be very apparent that I don't have to get near as close to those. So we're good for now. We'll